Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Have you ever met somebody? Do you know anybody? Are you friends with somebody who just seems to always lie, even when they have no need to lie? They just lie so often that they don't even know that they're lying anymore. Well, that seems to be the situation we have with one Stephanie White. She lied to get out of Connecticut, lied her way to Indiana, lied how she's going to utilize Caitlin Clark, lied about the vets that she's bringing in, lie after lie after lie after lie. Lied about Caitlin Clark's injuries, lied about Caitlin Clark's returns. Stephanie White is just a pathological liar. We have Stephanie White lying about the quad. Remember when Caitlin Clark hurt her quad again after sitting out preseason games? She comes back, re-injures the quad. Steph White says Caitlin Clark reported some pain in her quad following the Liberty game. She got an MRI and was diagnosed with a quad strain, one that isn't related to her preseason injury. Just coincidentally, it's the same quad, but it has nothing to do with her preseason injury. She looks at us dead in our eyes, looks at us in our faces, and just spews off lie after lie after lie after lie. Now Stephanie White talking about Chloe Bibby's injury. Two things are wrong here. One, lying again. Two, well, how come we don't use the correct process and maybe let's take a look on what Stephanie White had to say about this Chloe Bibby injury and situation. Stephanie White says Chloe Bibby hasn't had a setback. Chloe Bibby hasn't had a setback, but all of the traveling made her left knee swell up so much that it caused some issues, so she won't be available tonight. She was available last game. She wasn't available against the Valkyrie. She was available against the Sparks, not available against the Valkyrie. She had no setbacks, but traveling made her left knee swell up so much that it caused some issues that made her status go from available against the Sparks on Friday to unavailable against the Valkyrie on Stephanie White. That's called a setback, Steph. You do understand that, right? You do understand that Chloe Bibby flying and traveling, causing her left knee to swell up so much that it causes issues. That's what we call a setback. But again, Stephanie White just lies so much, she doesn't even realize the words that she's saying contradict each other. That's the signs of a pathological liar. That, Stephanie White, this is part of the reason why you need to go. We can't trust you as a head coach. And of course, people picked up on this right away. Isn't that the very definition of a setback? Don't tell her, Trent Harvey. Don't tell her, Trent Harvey. Is this training staff even doing their job? That brings me to the second part of this. So hold up. So you're telling me that traveling made Chloe Bibby's left knee swell up. Traveling, as in taking flight to flight to flight, going from point A to point B, and this and that. So, bear with me here, because this is getting annoying now. So, Caitlin Clark can be trotted around like a team mascot, signing autographs during her whole entire injury, recovery, rehab. You guys pick up what I'm putting down now? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Caitlin Clark should have been staying home this whole entire time. Caitlin Clark shouldn't have been traveling with the team this whole entire time. It disrupts your recovery timeline when you're in the air all the time, when you're traveling all the time. But the Indiana Fever and this organization, Stephanie White and company, had to continue to lie to the fans and string us along. So Caitlin Clark, she doesn't have the benefit to sit out. She doesn't have the benefit to stay home. No, Caitlin Clark, I know it might affect your injury recovery. I know it might, but you got to come with us. We have tickets to sell. We have autographs to sign. We have ratings to keep from falling off a cliff. We need you, Caitlin Clark. Very interesting how Chloe Bibby's traveling made her left knee swell up, but we're perfectly okay with making Caitlin Clark fly all across the country. Interesting, Stephanie White. Very interesting. Very interesting. Setback for sure. Setback for sure. In other words, she had a setback. Yeah, that's crazy. So what was the point of bringing her on the road trip? Might as well have let her stay at Indiana, rest. Nah, might as well have. I don't understand why injured players are even traveling with the team anyway. Why does the training staff allow it? You tell me. You tell me. You tell me. Why is she traveling? What is wrong with this team? Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Chloe, thank you for getting this info. Makes sense. Makes sense? Yeah. Stephanie White. Again, you just lie so much. I'm tired of it. I am tired of everything having to do with this coach. I'm tired of her failure to make in-game adjustments. I'm tired of her failure to have her team ready to play. I'm tired of her saying sweet nothings about Caitlin Clark that go in one ear and out the other. I'm tired of all of it. I'm tired of it all. Sorry, not really. Let's hear what Stephanie White had to say post-game about not getting her players ready to play, shall we?
Just to start out, the shot clock issues in the first quarter, do you think that affected the rhythm of the game? How did you try to help your team do that?
I mean, it certainly affected the rhythm of the game. I don't know if it, affected the readiness, at all. But yeah.
Stop. It affected the rhythm, but I don't know if it affected the ready. So what, your team wasn't ready to play again? Your team wasn't ready to play per usual, per the routine? If there's one thing this Indiana Fever is consistent on, it's consistently not being ready to play, courtesy of the head coach. Stephanie White is a disaster. We need to be honest with ourselves. She's a disaster.
I mean, it's disruptive. It's not something that you expect to see. But we often talk about controlling the things that we can control, and when we couldn't control that. So staying warm and staying engaged. And, I thought that, we did what we could to work through the issue. And, kudos to everybody that had a hand in at least working it out. But then, we came out and we weren't ready those first, 5-6 minutes of the quarter.
Why aren't you ready? Why is that a common theme with these games? You aren't ready. We come out getting smacked in the first quarter. Unless we're playing the bum Dallas Wings, unless we're playing the trash Chicago Sky, we come out in the first quarter getting slapped around.
Ariel pointed to the defensive miscues and the Golden State.
And both teams had to deal with this clock nonsense. Not just the Indiana Fever, both teams had to deal with the clock. Yet one coach, their team was ready to play even after the clock malfunctioning. One team was ready to ball after the shot clock malfunctioning. You know what? Let's hear what these Golden State Valkyrie players had to say about their coach, Natalie Nakas.
Her fieriness that she has.
I think we both had her before, so it was not new. I already know the way she was and the swearing that she had sometimes. But she didn't change that much just being a coach. I think everything she said, she has a lot of experience. She knows the game a lot, but also she's really open to discussion, and I think that builds confidence, and she accepts us for who we are, and we accept her for who she is, and it's just a lot of confidence, a lot of talking, and that's just an healthy environment for everybody.
A lot of confidence, a lot of talking, a lot of experience. Yeah, WNBA experience and NBA experience. WNBA experience being under Becky Hammond. NBA experience, I believe it was 2019 with the Clippers. How she is, the swearing that she does, sounds like a coach that does want her team to fuck up royally all the time. Sounds like if she sees players not doing what they're supposed to do, she calls a timeout and chews them out. Sounds like when halftime approaches, she goes off in the locker room cursing up and down a storm. And would you look at that, the players respond. Would you look at that? Natalie Nakaze raises her voice instead of crossing her arms, and the players respond. Again, Stephanie White, I'm over you, man. I'm over you. Caitlin Clark can come back, save your ass. She can come back, save the rest of this season, salvage. Stephanie, I'm done with you. I don't need to see you on the sidelines anymore crossing your arms. I don't need to see you in these press conferences using all this basketball speech. I don't care for it. It means nada to me. Because what you show on the court contradicts what you say in the press conference. You talk a good game, you don't actually put one forth. You talk like a head coach, you don't really act like a head coach. The players go out and play, and you sit on the sidelines with your arms crossed. That's how this season has panned out. The players go out and play, and either the players win the game or the players lose the game. Never do you win the game. Never do you outcoach the other team. It's always a Herculean effort from either Kelsey Mitchell, a Herculean effort from Aaliyah Boston, a Herculean effort from Lexi Hall. It's never you stepping up to the plate. It's never you showing us what you're made of. When we lose, you blame the players. When we win, you're front running on the sideline. You're front running in the press conference. How about you sit in a room and just watch film over and over and over and over again and think about how to best utilize Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston until Caitlin Clark comes back? Because it seems like Caitlin Clark's the only one on this team that knows how to utilize the tools that she has. But you're the coach. Interesting. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate all of the support. That was my rant for today. We'll see you next time, and as always, take it easy.